Voice. Peter Kefalas back with you. So, on this segment, I wanted to touch on the left's meltdown with this whole DOGE thing with Elon Musk. And now we're seeing, unfortunately, what I believe is largely in part and due to some of these radical people on the left's their rhetoric. You fired up a bunch of maniacs across the country. And now we're seeing Tesla shot at. We're seeing dealerships firebombed. We're seeing people put SWAT stickers on Tesla vehicles, all kinds of nonsense. And I just wanted to touch on it for a minute. So I've had a few talks with a few people, friends of mine and strangers. I just talked with a stranger in the street today. And a lot of people seem to be upset with the person, Elon Musk and his DOGE group, who are finding all the waste and fraud and corruption, but they're not upset that it's been going on or who started it, who perpetuated it. They just seem to be pointing the finger at Elon Musk and DOGE. Now, I personally don't have a problem with the DOGE or Elon Musk. I mean, I think it's great. We're finding people on Social Security that, many people over 100 years old. I think one of them was listed at 140 years old. We're seeing all the fraud and the waste and the incompetency at the federal level where, we have to downsize the government. We saw the other day at the VA, they were saying they were paying people to take care of the gardens when they have maintenance staff on site. I think they were also paying people to water the plants inside people's offices. I mean, just a waste. And we've seen other instances where, takes 2 guys to do this job. We've got 100 guys doing it. So it's just a lot of overlapping and a lot of waste. And we've seen, the government become very big and it's not benefiting the people. It's actually hurting us, and the government's not doing the work any better for us with all these people. We're just paying more into it, and the taxpayers are losing. So I just want to say this. There are a lot of companies or people that myself personally and other people don't like, but we didn't firebomb them. We didn't shoot at them. We didn't spray paint SWAT stickers, that's for sure, on anybody's, business or property or cars. So look, I'm not a big proponent of electric cars. I like gas, diesel, and ethanol. I'm personally not a big fan of electric cars. I'm going to say that publicly. But that should not negate the fact that we should not be targeting dealerships. I mean, just think of it like this. So the radical lunatic left has fired up the maniacs on their side, and now you're shooting at Teslas, you're firebombing them, putting SWAT stickers, all kinds of nasty stuff. So do you think you're really hurting Elon Musk, the world's largest man? Of course, the world's richest man, excuse me. Obviously not. Who are you hurting? There's somebody who has to make those cars and the products, right? There are people who have to sell them. There are people that have to maintain them. There are people that have to clean them and detail them, and so on and so on and so on. So you're hurting the people who are actually down the chain, who are working at the lower levels, not obviously as Elon Musk, the owner and the richest man in the world, but you're hurting the working class people who are selling these vehicles just as if it was a Chevy or a Ford or a Dodge dealer, so on and so on. So if you're upset with this guy finding the corruption, great. I was upset too that he found all these horrible things and then they keep digging and keep finding worse things. But I'm not upset at him and DOGE. I'm upset that it happened and who allowed it to happen, either willfully or because they were totally incompetent. And it's probably going to be a combination of both, sad to say. So I just want to state that listen, there are plenty of companies, plenty of teams, plenty of enterprises, so on and so on, that a lot of us throughout, well, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, a lot of our fellow citizens out there may not agree with. And that's fine. This is America. But I just feel it's setting the wrong tone to go after, individuals, dealerships, etc. And, look, it's a company that creates a lot of wealth, pays a lot of taxes, and there's a lot of jobs created. So why would you want to go after, you don't like the guy, you don't like he's finding corruption. Okay, you're free to think that and feel that way, but don't attack innocent people and don't, shoot at them or shoot at their cars, or you could, potentially kill someone or firebomb a dealership and, potentially kill people. So I just want to say, I think the rhetoric has to get toned down. Seems to be okay when one side says, these crazy things, and then one side just says something where, not even calling people, to do anything nefarious, but you've had Maxine Waters and other people get in people's faces. If you see them at a department store, get in their face. And I'm not to pick on Maxine Waters. She's just one lunatic radical out of a lot of them that have basically, called on people to confront the other side. We've seen a lot of people over the last couple of years follow her suit and other leaders on the Democratic side, unfortunately. So I just wanted to put a little video out there. What do you guys think in the comments? If you don't like Elon or Tesla, great, don't buy his car. I'm not a big electric fan. I don't have anything personally against them. I'm not an electric car person, so I won't be a customer. But if you don't like him, it's not an excuse to attack people's personal property, dealerships. I think it's just silly, and it's not good for the country, and it should stop. It should never have started, and this kind of behavior should not be accepted, called upon, or tolerated, my personal opinion. But let me know in the comments what you guys think, and if there are any Tesla drivers out there or owners out there, whether you're driving as a taxi or you're driving as your personal car, let us know if you've experienced any situations, and let us know how you feel you could potentially be a target by one of these people with loose screws in their head that listen to these radical folks on the other side. And, unfortunately, some have taken action. I'm glad there were several arrests. Hopefully they'll have the book thrown at them. But it's got to stop. And I just wanted to get that out there. Peter with Queen's Voice. I appreciate everybody tuning in today. Be safe out there, guys. Thanks again.